Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another car review episode. And in this one, guys, we have a very interesting car, and the reason for that it's because this is a car which has been receiving very controversial comments and of course different people's opinion. And I'll be taking you through all the facts that you need to know about this car. And of course, we'll be looking into its pros, its cons, or we'll also be looking at its efficiency because remember here in Kenya, we get to really gauge a car depending on its efficiency, its of course maintenance cost, and of course fuel consumption, which is a very key thing in every car. So pay attention, guys, because I'll be taking you through this entire discussion, and of course I'll be your host. My name is Willie, and welcome back to this channel whereby we get to talk about cars. So if it's your first time coming across any of our videos and you haven't click the subscribe button, please do so that you don't miss any of our videos whenever we get to bring a new episode. So for now, let's just go ahead, guys. We get to look into details about this car, and of course the car is none other is the Nissan Juke. Well, to start with, guys, we'll be looking into from the engine that this car is using. So I'll be taking you through each and every detail that you need to understand about this car. And of course, right away, guys, let's dive into the car, into this Nissan Juke. And to start with, guys, it's important that you get to understand this is a Nissan. And of course, with Nissan Juke, its manufacturing started way back to 2010, and of course, it has been receiving different reviews, different opinions from the owners of the car. And of course, the problem with this car, now we'll be looking into details, and of course, the reason why this car is no longer very popular. So to start with, guys, let's just go ahead. We get to start with the motor that powers this car. So to start with, guys, we are looking at the engine of the Nissan Juke. The Nissan that the engine that powers this Nissan Juke is HR 16DE, and this is not a very popular engine, but we'll be looking into some of the common factors as compared to other engines of different cars. So to start with, guys, with this Nissan Juke engine, I remember it's a HR 16DE. It's usually a four piston cylinder engine. Of course, with the Nissan Juke, it do comes with different varieties of engine. They have two options. First of all, they do have the turbocharged engine, petrol engine, and they also have the diesel engine. But this one, guys, we'll be looking into it's a turbocharged petrol engine. Apart from that, we do have those petrol engines which are not turbocharged, which we usually say they are naturally inspirated. So those ones we will be seeing they are a bit less powerful as compared to those ones which are turbo charged. So what you're looking at right now, as I said, this is the Nissan Juke engine, and of course they do have the 1.6 liter, and this is the 1.6 liter turbocharged engine. They also this engine comes with the 16 valve, which is very important to understand. And of course, as we'll be looking at this engine later, some of the problems that are associated with this engine, you'll be noticing something which is very common. It's a problem which is very common with the Nissan Juke, which makes it less powerful. So with this engine, of course, it gives out around 116 horsepower, which is not bad. But when it comes to acceleration from 0 to 100, with this car, it usually gets to 10 to lag behind because this engine is not the best that we could say it's out there. So with the Nissan Juke, when it comes to the engine, it do have some common problems as we'll be looking into a problem associated with this particular engine. So it's also important to understand that this engine, when it comes to fuel consumption, is not a bad one because it usually consumes around 4 to 6 liters in every 100 kilometers. So if you get to do the math, that engine gets to give you around 25 kilometers roughly, which is not a bad one for a car of this size. So it's important that you get to understand that. So with the Nissan Juke, when it comes to fuel consumption, it's a good one. But when it comes to the acceleration from 0 to 100, it's a bit slow. So when it comes to overtaking, when you want to take some quick moves, you want to maneuver in our Kenyan roads, it's important for you to do some very very good calculation, because it could cost you. So that's something which is very very important for us to understand about the motor that powers the Nissan Juke. So let's just go ahead. We get to look into a different segment, and of course we get to look at a different feature about the Nissan Juke. Well, guys, I want us to get to look into the front part of this car, which makes it very, very unique. I remember so many people, they usually get to say this is one of the ugliest cars that you'll ever see out there. And of course, when it comes to the design and the looks from the front part to the body, how the aerodynamics of this car looks, it kind of looks like it kind of looks like a squatting flock. So that's something which makes it very, 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 very unique, and of course, very difficult for you not to not see it when it comes to Kenyan roads. So let's look at some of the headlights that comes with this car, and we're talking about they do have very strong two bold protruding headlights, and of course nowadays they do come with the LED, very powerful headlights, as you can see. Apart from that, guys, they do have some protruding signal lights which are on the top of the hood. So that's also a very very unique features that you'll be seeing with this car. As you can see right here, they do have those protruding signal lights, which are also very very powerful, and you can't fail to notice that. But a problem that I noticed with the Nissan Juke when it comes to these signal lights, in most cases, after it gets I mean, after a while, you may find these signal lights, they get those that they get to fade off, of which is not a very very good a good look for the car. I guess it's because of its positioning, the positioning of these signal lights. I think that's also a factor that gets to give it a disadvantage. So apart from the big front headlamps, we do have a very unique, of course, grill, as you can see here, which gets to give way for air to head into the engine, and of course gets to cool the radiator, which is just underneath. We also have the Nissan logo, which is the iconic Nissan logo. This one, you will be seeing it in every Nissan car out there, and of course it's a very very bold logo, and of course it's a unique one. So if you get to go we get to go then to we get to move forward. You can see these when it comes to the side fenders, when it comes to the side fenders of this car, you'll be noticing they're kind of bold, which gets to make the car to be to look a bit big. But if you go inside, you'll be noticing it's a very very small car. Basically, it's a kadudu which has been elevated to look a bit big. So when it comes to the side mirrors, they do have some of them. They do come with the side blinkers, but this is not a standard feature that you'll be seeing in every Nissan Juke out there. Some of them they don't come with the, of course, with the blinkers, but you'll be seeing majority of them, especially the latest version, will be coming with that. So looking at the front part, you can see some Nissan Juke, they do come with the fog lights, but it's not, as I said, it's not a must. This is not a standard feature to see in every Juke, Nissan Juke out there. But majority, especially the latest version, they do come. You can see here, you can see a very big radiator, which is very very helpful when it comes to the cooling system of the car. And of course, we have this black trimming below here, below the bumper, which I guess it gets to blend well with the other features. And of course, for the case of the lower trim, they do match with the grill. In most cases, they do match. And of course, you can see also this one comes with the side mirror lights, which is very very unique, and of course makes the car look very very nice from the front part. So now I want us to get to look into a different different feature about this car, and we'll be heading at the side view. Well, looking at the side view of this car, you can see, as I said, it gets to look, its aerodynamics, they get to stretch, and it makes the car look like a very, very big car. But as we'll be heading into the car, you'll be noticing it's a very, very small car. It's basically a Kadudu which has been been escalated or has been pushed to look a bit big. So we'll be starting with the standard wheel size. It do come with the 17 inch wheel. That's the standard when it comes to the Juke. You can see they have like a small light over here. It's a side signal. So it's just to boost these turning signal lights which are on above their own on the hood. So it's just to add, it's just to make the car to look a bit smart. So you can see with this one, it doesn't have the side blinkers, and for that case, the purpose has been fulfilled by this one. So they do have this black trim, which starts from the front bumper all the way to the back, which gets to give the car some unique features. And of course, you can see with the back doors. Remember, with the Nissan Juke, it's a five-door car. Basically, we have this on one, two, the other. We have two more on the other side, and of course, we have the boot, which makes the car to look very very nice. You can see the blue comes with different colors. We're talking about you can get silver, white, whichever color that you could be looking for, you can get for the Nissan Juke. It also do have these big tail lights, which you can't fail to miss, especially if you're cruising behind the Nissan Juke. You'll always get to notice those big tail lights, which are very very visible, especially at night. So also, another thing to notice is that the shape of this car, of course, it gets to help when it comes to navigation in terms of the resistance from the wind and so on, which is very, very unique. And as I said earlier, if you can get to visualize, you can see it has the front part a bit higher as compared to the lower part, which makes it look like a squatting frog. And of course, without forgetting the big headlights, which makes it also very, very unique, which is very, very important for you to notice when it comes to the Nissan Juke. So, apart from that, guys, it's also important for us to notice that the door handles for the rear doors, it's very, very unique. It's somewhere on top here, which is very, very, you won't see any other car which has this kind of door panels, which is very, very unique. So those are some of the features that you need to know about the side view of the Nissan Juke. You can see the Juke comes with the alloy rims. It has the disc braking system on the front wheels, but for the rear wheels, they do have the drum braking system, which is common with any other car out there. So those are some of the few things that you need to know. I want us to get to look into the interior of this car. Well, let's start with the infotainment system of the Nissan Juke. The latest versions, the latest models, they do come with the smart screen over here. You can see with the smart screen, it do have different features from you can get to take calls, you can get to operate your phone from here. Mostly this the Android system, radio or infotainment system. They do have of course navigation. You can get to find some direction from here. Another feature with this one, it do have the AM and the FM radio. They also have the option of accessing internet, meaning you can just go ahead, you get to stream some videos on these ports, which is very very unique. And of course it's something also unique, common with the latest version or the models, the latest car models that are coming out. You'll be seeing that feature a lot. So also another important thing, it do have the climate control system over here. It has the AC, whereby you can get to regulate the car temperatures, especially for those Nissan Juke which don't come with the roof, the sliding roof. You can get to control the temperatures from here. So when it comes to the driver's cabin, we have a very very important feature to know when it comes to the Nissan Juke. It do have, especially the latest model, they do have the driver assist system, which is very very important. It can get to guide you when you're cruising in the highways. And you can see right here, you'll be seeing this screen, and of course it will be giving you some help. On the left side, we have the RPM dashboard, and of course on this other side we have the speedometer. And of course with the Nissan Juke, as I said earlier, when it comes to the speed, it's not the best car for you to consider, but it can really get you to the place that you want. But when it comes to issues with the speed, acceleration, those ones is not the best car out there. So as I said earlier, guys, the engine, especially the turbocharged engine, they do come with a 6-speed manual gear system, but there are different Nissan Jukes that do comes with the CVT transmission, automatic transmission, and of course there's a problem associated with Nissan Juke when it comes to the transmission, especially the CVT, automatic transmission gearbox. There are common problems associated with that, as we'll be looking into as we get to or come to the almost the end of this video. So for this one, you can see it's a manual, and these are 6-speed. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6-speed manual transmission gearbox. So that's also something worthwhile noting. When it comes to the interior, we do have they do come with the cup holders, which is very important, especially whenever you have some drinks. You can always place them right here. We have the handbrake over there, and of course, those are the most common features that you need to know about the interior of the car. So when it comes to the seats, for the Nissan Juke, I won't lie to you, it's not the best luxury car out there. So you may find some of the seats, they are just basic leather. As you can see here, they're not heated, but in most cases you'll be coming with the fabric upholsteries, which is just a standard car for just a middle class individual. So those are some of the features that you need to know. When it comes to the boot space, it has some standard boot space, but you can get to slide the rear seats to have more space, especially if you want to have more luggage, which is a feature that you'll be seeing with most hatchback cars. So basically, those are some of the features that you need to know about when it comes to the Nissan Juke. But it's very important for us to note some of the problems that you'll be seeing with the Nissan Juke, and that's what I want us to get to look into details right now. Well, let's look at the weak areas associated with Nissan Juke. First of all, as I said earlier, the gearbox has major problems, especially the CVT transmission system. It's usually associated with common failures, and of course, this is one of the weak areas of this car, and this is the reason why so many people don't prefer buying this Nissan Juke. Apart from the looks, this gearbox system, it's a major one to always have in mind. Also, another problem that associated with the Nissan Juke, we are talking about oil leaks. Once in a while, we'll be seeing the engine leaking some oils, the gearbox. Those are some of the common problems that we'll be noticing with the Nissan Juke. So for those versions or those variants that do comes with the turbocharger, the Nissan Juke, especially the HR16DE engine, turbocharged petrol engine, it has problems, common problems with the turbocharger. You'll be seeing it gets to fail once in a while. And of course, for those Nissan Juke which do comes with or the diesel version, they do have something we call the DPF clogging system, whereby you'll be seeing the engine gets to accumulate a lot of soot, and of course this gets to affect the efficiency and of course the performance of the car, which is very important. And this is something that we'll be seeing, especially the diesel engine version of the Nissan Juke. So also another thing, of course, it do have costly problems when it comes to the timing chain. Remember, the purpose of the timing chain is whereby the camshaft plus the crankshaft plus the camshaft, they do have to go in a systematic or more coordinated way to make sure that the air coming in and the rate at which the exhaust gas is being pushed out, they are they are kind of synchronized. They are in line. So that's a problem that you'll be noticing with the Nissan Juke, which makes it to have some engine knocking. And of course, remember, these are just expensive extra problems that you'll be noticing with the Nissan Juke. So apart from its unique body look, it has those mechanical problems which makes it not popular, especially here in Kenya. So if you are going out there and you're looking to or to own a Nissan Juke, be well prepared of these problems. So basically, those are the some of the features that you need to know about the Nissan Juke. If you have liked the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and of course let me know which other video you want, which other car you want me to review in the comment section. And of course don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to turn on the notification bell. Peace guys.